This is Friday, March 27th, and we are live. Where are you watching from? Let me know if you're lucky enough to be here. Where are you watching from? We have viewers here, of course, from all over the world. Where are you watching from? And if you play the lottery, which lottery games do you play? If you don't play the lottery, that's okay. But many people that I meet and interview on this channel have won the lottery. And of course, that is my life story. That's one of the things happened to me anyway. Lots of things, but do people know before they win that it's going to happen? Because this doesn't happen to everybody. There are people that I interview and meet and have met and read news stories about that where they were just shocked. They didn't expect it necessarily. But there's a lot of people out there that I've met and interviewed who believed for one reason or another that it's going to happen before it did. So, do people know before they win, or is that just a coincidence? What are your thoughts? What is your opinion? Comment in this live chat. In addition to where are you watching from? Because some people, they have, like I did, they have a dream about something and then it happens in real life, whether it's the lottery or something else, or you're intentionally trying to manifest something and then it happens. And some lottery winners I've interviewed, several in fact, believe that they have manifested the lottery. And then there are other people that have had experiences where they believe where they attribute it to God or a spiritual experience or the quantum field, all these things. But then there's also people out there that think it's just the right place at the right time. But is the right place at the right time? I mean, is there more to that? Or is it just all random? What are your thoughts? There's no right or wrong answers, but let's jump into this. Hello in Iowa. Hello in Texas. Copenhagen. Hello. Boston. I love it. I love it. I love it. Where are you watching from? Let me know in this live chat. Kenya. Beautiful day, humans. How to get a membership. There is a way to get a membership if you want to have access behind the scenes to what's happening on this channel. You can get a membership on the main page, the home page of this YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate your support. We do members only lives for Winner's Circle and above members as well, where it's really intimate, because unlike these public lives, you actually get to every single question. So there's that, and also behind the scenes footage of what's happening on this channel. But hey, from Chicago, had a feeling in my gut that I was going to win. So Anita Golden, thank you for your comment. Thank you for being here. So let me know if you're watching this, even if it's after the fact. It's no longer live. That's okay. But let me know, or if you're lucky enough to be here, have you ever had an experience with something? Like, have you followed your intuition, or you've had something happen? You knew it was going to happen before it happened. You just knew it. Have you had that type of thing happen to you? Comment in this live chat, because that's what we're talking about today. There are many people that have. Hello in Michigan. Hello in Illinois. Motivation and Positive Vibes Ohio is here. Thank you, Jimmy Williams. Toronto, Canada. So let's take a look. And if you guys are playing the lottery, which games do you play? And let's take a look at this real quick. And if you don't play, it's okay, but take a look at this. The Powerball is 166 million today. Well, that's tomorrow, 166 million. That's the largest jackpot on planet Earth at the moment as we speak. You can see there 166 million with a 74.5 million cash value. But there's also the Euro Millions, which is 63 million. It's just a measly 63 million. That's all. I mean, that's extremely life-changing for most people. Lotto Max 60 million, Mega Millions 70 million. Awesome. So are you guys playing these games? Let me know. Which lottery games are you playing if you're playing the lottery? But I really enjoyed your recent upload. The conversation with Phoenix, I think was her name. Honestly, am I the jerk? You are definitely not the jerk, by the way. Thanks for your comment. Yeah, so that was the previous interview on this channel. There's so many interviews coming soon, but the previous one was with an anonymous lottery winner who she actually dreamt about it before it happened, and she really believes in manifestation, and so yeah, she went by the name of Phoenix, and I'm so glad that you saw that and enjoyed it. Thank you for your feedback. I love that. And if you guys have any guest suggestions, let me know in this live chat because sometimes those result in people we actually interview. Caught alive. That's right. Tim, what was just listening to your first interview with Bradley Hahn? Love it, but he is still loving life. Well, Jackie Coat, I'm glad that you watched that. Yeah, so he won a 10 million prize on a scratch ticket, and it's one of the first interviews on this channel. But I interviewed him 3 different times, I believe. But I'd love to get an update and see what he's up to. But I do agree with you. He's probably living a great life. I mean, he was really had an inspirational and story. He's very down to earth. And yeah, so you guys should check that out if you have not watched those interviews. It's cool to see you live as I already watching you on a previous episode. Snap, you are here. This is live. Welcome, my friend. Ben. Ben from Colorado. Last time you shared my story about me doing the Powerball tickets, will I purchase 6 more, 1 on 2 again, both $4 winners? 1 or 2. So first of all, Ben, thanks for joining and for being here. Thanks for your support from Colorado. And it sounds like you purchased 6 tickets and you won $4 again. Both. So you won. So hey, a win is a win. You won $4 on 2 different tickets. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Thanks for your comment. I love hearing winning stories. Always play responsibly if you play. But if you do win, then we'd love to hear those stories. New Zealand, 25 million tonight, no tax. You got to love that, no tax. Here's an extremely generous, extremely thoughtful super for 199 pounds. I won the Powerball in 1999. So every time I see this, 199, 1999 supers for these amounts, it is incredibly thoughtful and symbolic. Thank you very much, Nathan72, and blessings to you. I wish you good luck and abundance. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. I'm playing all the big jackpots. I dreamt when will be manifested it, Tim. So you're saying that you dreamt about winning the lottery. When will it happen? When will it happen? Well, Chantube 7 Healing. I love your name. When will it happen? I don't know. For me, I dreamt about it and I won 3 months later. Some people that dream about it and then they win, when that happens to people, for some people, it's been literally the next day. For other people, it's been decades later. So if you win after having a dream about it, then I think people get so caught up in the timing of it, and not just I'm not just saying with this, but with anything in life. You want a promotion, you want a better fill in the blank. What is your dream? What are you trying to achieve? It hasn't happened yet. If you're focusing all the time on how it hasn't happened, how you do not have that, then I don't think that's as healthy as focusing on I am this, it's going to happen. But if you're talking about the lottery, then of course it's also very, very important to play responsibly and never spend more than you can afford to lose. But it only takes one ticket for a chance. Just play responsibly if you do. So there's no, when, if it happens after having a dream about it, I don't think there's a set time. I think everybody's experience is a little different. Good luck from Illinois. Well, hello in Illinois. Hello in Illinois. I messed up with a message on the super, but hi, Tim. Great to see you live. I got my Euro Millions ticket for tonight. Nathan, I wish you good luck with the Euro Millions. I wish you good luck. It's about time to bring another Euro Millions winner onto this podcast. It's been a while. It's time. So hopefully we can make that happen, Nathan. I have been having vivid dreams, not necessarily regarding the lottery, but I wonder if it's a sign. And there's another Phoenix right there. So you've been having vivid dreams about not necessarily regarding the lottery, but I wonder if it's a sign. Well, personally, some people like myself are apt to have dreams more about things before they happen. And that happens to me. And if that hasn't happened to you, then for some people it's kind of hard to believe, and I completely respect that. But for me, I just feel that it's natural, and it happens to some people because it always has been natural to me. Now, whether you call that lucid dreaming, whether you call that remote or astral projection, there's all these different words for different ways that people experience these things, but it's very interesting. Or maybe you just call it a coincidence, but I don't necessarily chalk it up to coincidence. In fact, if I have a really vivid dream that I think has meaning, whether I think it's coming from my subconscious imagination or from something else, then I write it down right when I wake up before I get too much awake so that I remember it. And not just the dream, but the meaning of it, because I think that's what's most important. Can you give any advice on the law of detachment, please? The law of Joel Rodriguez, thank you for your question. The law of detachment. So, when it comes to manifestation and that sort of thing, and I think this is what you're referring to, the law of detachment. So, basically, not um, you're basically, if you feel so attached to something, you want to control the outcome. But I have found for myself with different things in life, I mean, let's put the lottery aside for a second and just think about something that you want to achieve, a goal that you have. If you are constantly fixated on it has to happen this way, has to happen in this time, you put these parameters around it instead of just believing and having faith that it's part of something greater, that it can happen, that it will happen, that you are this. Those are totally different places to be mentally. And I think the place of detachment and sort of letting go is important with that sort of thing. I certainly find that with meditation and that sort of thing. If you're into that, or with messages with stuff, if you are into that sort of thing, I feel that it comes easier when there is this letting go of you're letting your ego, your conscious mind, the chatter that's constantly there, that's telling you all these things. You're letting that go and just and listening with what comes through. And it's a difference. Happy Saturday from New Zealand. Hello in New Zealand. Hello. I have interviewed at least one, I think two people from New Zealand, but I love New Zealand. Hi, Tim. After you won in 1999, did you win another big prize in the lottery? I won in life. I won in life. I won in happiness, I guess, because I mean, but you're asking about jackpots. No, I have not won a second jackpot, uh, like major jackpot yet. But that day's coming. We have to wait. I'm going to interview myself on this channel. It's been a while since I played. I might play Powerball tomorrow. I would love to see a Millionaire for Life winner on your podcast. There's been a few winners already. Millionaire for Life. Yeah, so that's a new game it's I wonder, I mean, it seems like it's pretty popular. I wonder how that game is doing, but I certainly would love to and am excited to interview someone that's won it because it is a new game. So I've not interviewed anyone that's won it quite yet, but that day is coming. Here is a 999, extremely thoughtful, generous, super from Madura Uchiha, and I might be mispronouncing that, but absolutely, I'm going to wish you good luck. Thank you so much. I wish you so much luck. I wish you abundance. I wish you happiness. May all the luck come to you. Thank you so much for the extremely generous super, the extremely thoughtful super. It truly means a lot. Thank you. And good luck to you. Good luck to you. I'm not just saying that. I mean that. Love the lives, Tim and the gang. Well, Jackie Coate, it's great to see you. Thank you for being here today. I have multiple dreams winning the top jackpot lottery prize. Even if you announcing me the winner, I know it's happened already. I win the lottery every time I wake up. Grateful. Snap. I'm grateful for your comment. Thank you for being here today. Today is Euro jackpot, 69 million, no tax. So 69 million, no tax free. That is, I mean, imagine that. So that's, maybe you're talking about pounds. It's 63 million euros for the Euro Millions at least. But you are saying, let me get this off of here. But it's yeah. So anyway, tax free, 60 something million dollars, or it's not dollars, but I mean it's incredible amount of money to think of that, because you are just going about your everyday life, and then all of a sudden, and it's very sudden, it's very shocking for a lot of people, for most people, in fact, that your life, even if you listen to your intuition, even if you have a dream about it, even if you're intentionally trying to manifest something and then it happens, or in this case, the lottery. If this happens and you win a major jackpot, it can be so incredibly shocking. And this just happened to, let me see if I can pull this up. If we have this, do we have it? This is what happens when it's live. When it's live, anything can happen. But we're trying to pull up. Here we go. I think we're going to get it up. This person from Illinois, only known as Jenny. There you go. She won 800,000, so almost $1 million prize in the state of Illinois. She claimed it mostly anonymously. There, she has the name of Jenny, $800,000. But she was shocked. She used birthday numbers and of her children, I believe, in her birthday. And then she won 800. So that has to have significant, I mean, very significant to use those specific numbers and then come out big. But so congratulations to her. But some people are extremely shocked. Other people are not. Other people expect it and then it happens. And those stories are incredibly interesting as well. Did you overwhelming when you won the lottery? What did you feel more relaxed? Think, what do you do with the money? Thank you so much for your question. So it was overwhelming. It was like extremely exhilarating. It's one of the biggest things, like not just financially, but socially and psychologically. Like it changed everything. I felt like I was transported into a movie. I felt like my life could go on two different tracks. Could go on the track that I'd been on, working as a gas station clerk, trying to put myself through college for a little over minimum wage, or all of a sudden into the limelight, into the spotlight, winning millions. And so it's two different trajectories, and socially, psychologically, it changed a lot. And I was not relaxed when I first won. It was hard for me to even to sit down. I'm pretty sure I didn't sleep for a while. I got my first, but it wasn't bad. I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying that it changes things. I got my first Millionaire for Life ticket this week. Didn't win, but it is fun to play something new. Jeannie Wise, thank you for your comment. Thank you for being here today, Jeannie. I play all the time. I try to stay positive, although I don't have dreams about winning, but I'm 60 and I hope that it can happen soon. Trent Wilson, I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comment. I've already won the new Millionaire for Life game. Well, we gotta get on this podcast then, because I've not interviewed anyone that has done that quite yet. I'll be the next interviewer who wins the lottery. We'll let you know. Okay. Well, we can keep you anonymous too. Here is a $2 extremely generous, super huge supporter of this channel, Neon the Don. It is so nice to see you today. Happy Friday, with a generous $2 super, who says, "But Tim, I'm your biggest fan, okay? I'll let you know." Okay. Neon the Don, I do not doubt that absolutely, you are one of the biggest fans, and I'm so appreciative for you being here and for the very generous super and for your comment. Thank you so much for your support. I'm ready, been working my butt off on all three of my companies, and I'm ready to retire already. Carla May, thanks for your comment. We were fishing. We had a Tanya Shaw is here, who's a member of this channel, by the way. Tanya, thank you very much for being a member, for your support. You were in my dream last night. We were fishing at a lake together. We are fishing at a lake together. Wow. Well, that sounds like, that sounds like a amazing, amazing dream. I want to hear more details. I feel like there's more to this. Did we get any bites? What was happening? Timothy, as always, awesome, positive vibes. By watching your show, I have already won the lottery. Believe it before you see it. Believe it before you see it. So what do you guys think about that? Believe it before you see it. Because here's something I've noticed about many lucky people anyway, is that they do tend to believe that they are lucky. Many people. They have people that, not just one thing that happens to them, but people that have a string of luck throughout their life. They tend to believe that they are lucky people, most of them. They're optimists. They believe that, so they're more apt to see lucky opportunities or view things as being opportunities. That maybe if you think that you're not lucky and everything's going against you and you're the victim of everything, maybe you're not going to see that. But if you believe that you're lucky and things are going your way, it's something in common that I think a lot of lucky people have. So they believe they're lucky for a reason. But what do you guys think about that? I really appreciate your comment. Do you do anything to generate luck? Well, that's just what we were talking about, but I think mindset certainly matters. Also, taking action. So, you have to get in the game to have a chance, right? So there's that. But I think mindset really matters too. Lots of new, and I don't just mean the game of the lottery. I mean the game of life with whatever you're trying to do. If you want to have a chance, then usually you have to get in there and take an action step. Lots of new games coming out online and in the stores in the state of Michigan. Looking forward to playing this weekend. Big Z, thank you for being a member. Big Z, thanks for your comment. I wish you good luck. Brightest blessings, Tim, and everyone in the live. Hope everyone's abundantly well. Sorrel Fraser. Sorrel, I hope you are doing well. Blessings to you. It's great to see you. Huge supporter. Live by faith, not by sight. Corinthians 5:7. Live by faith, not by sight. I love that. Thank you. Believing it before you see it is the same as the biblical passage. For as he thinketh in his heart, so he is the proverb from King James Bible. Okay. Well, I think belief and faith is extremely powerful. It is. It's just, if you believe that you can do something and can achieve something, then you're really putting yourself in a position, and then you're taking action steps because you believe that, then you're putting yourself in a position to be that, because you already are that, because you know that. You're not hoping, you're not wishing, crossing your fingers. You believe that because you are that. It's a different state of mind. And I'm not talking about necessarily the lottery. I'm just talking about anything. Absolutely, it is everything. Yes. Do you believe you were going to win every single time you entered into the lottery before you eventually won? Hope you're having a good day. James, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for your question. So because I had this really vivid dream about it, the dream convinced me that I was going to win. So then I started playing more consistently. I started playing. And every time I played and I lost, I still believed I was going to win. I just didn't necessarily know the timing of it, but I did believe. I'd never doubted that, because the dream was so real. So, and some people think that's just a coincidence, but a lot of people think that it's not. I'm not here to convince you of anything, but I find these types of topics and really interesting, which is why we're exploring them on this channel. Believing it before you see it. Okay, we got to that earlier. Thank you so much. Good. God bless you, T. Beach. I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but God bless you as well. Thank you. Okay, so we are we kind of short on time today, but we're going to try to get to as many of these as we can, because this is live. Anything and everything can and does happen in these lives all the time. I'm a lottery jackpot winner. I have faith. Well, I wish you good luck. Play responsibly though. If you do, you not only need to believe but know it has happened. I have a journal with the steps I'm going to take once I win, and now I'm looking at the furnishings for my dream home I've purchased. Wow, so you're really a visualizer. You really visualize. It's interesting when I meet people that have they've come across these incredible things, or they've won these like really astounding races, or they've achieved celebrity, or they have won major lottery prizes. And it's very interesting to hear when people can look back and say, yes, I visualized that. I wrote this down. I had this on a vision board, or I recited this all the time in meditation or prayer that I am this, and then it happens. Or I drove by this place and I imagined myself and I felt myself doing this. These types of stories, and then it happens. Is that just a coincidence? Because a lot of people think that it's not. Be live is believe. Claudia, thank you, Claudia. Hello in Australia. Uh, I'm halfway through the reading The Secret, and I have already had some notable wins. Nathan, that's interesting, because that's one of the most popular books, of course, pertaining to manifestation that exists. Of course, it hit huge, and I just interviewed somebody a few days ago, in fact, this week, that is in that book, in that movie. And so, but I've also interviewed people, like multiple people now, who have read that book and have won major prizes. One person, I think I just saw someone here from Australia. One person happened to be from Australia, and he won $1 million, but he had just read that book too. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? You have to be open to the possibilities in order to allow blessings to come in. Abraham Hicks calls it the art of allowing. Open to possibilities in order to allow blessings to come in. So you're saying that you have to be open. Thank you for your comment. Maybe sometime talk about visual audio rehearsal. It's what the Olympic athletes are taught. They actually envision themselves winning and doing activities while sitting in a chair. Carla May, thanks for your comment. That's kind of what we were just talking about with athletes and different people, different celebrities, musicians, all kinds of people that visualize this sort of thing and really rehearse it in their head, in their mind. They feel it. They're in that place. They're in that place before they've done it. And it's the same thing with, many of you know I'm into MMA and boxing and this sort of thing. And so it's the same thing with that sport. A lot of people, if you listen to interviews with Mike Tyson, for example, he said the same thing. He was that before he was that. He was that on the inside. So not everyone knows how to have faith. It works if you work and receive it, and can happen to play responsibly. Yes, if you do play the lottery, always play responsibly. It's very, very important. I'm not here to encourage you to play either, but if you do, play responsibly. And if you happen to win a prize or have a story you want considered for this podcast, this goes for everybody watching or listening to this, no matter the amount, because I've interviewed people who have won a few thousand to hundreds of millions. And someday, well, I shouldn't say that. It's coming soon. I'm going to interview someone that's won over $1 billion. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But if you win a prize, or if you have a short story you want to share, then contact my team, and we can keep you anonymous too if you wish. Someone in my area won $1 million on a scratch off last weekend. I declare my time is coming. Even when I lose, I know my big win is coming. No matter what happens, I say, and then I won the lottery. Okay, Phoenix, thanks for your comment. Millionaire for Life 26, no top prize, matched. Okay. Yeah, it's a new game called Millionaire for Life in the United States that sounds like some of you are playing, and it's pretty interesting. I really want to interview someone that has won that game. Put out good vibes for me tonight. I'm confident. Cheers, Matt Cummy. Matt Cummy. Okay. Uh, well, I wish you good luck. Thanks for being here. Do you think annuity is better or lump sum? That's a very, very good question for the people playing the lottery in the United States. The annuity or the lump sum, which is better? Because you could take all of it over a period of years, like 30 years, 30 payments, or you can take, it's not always half, but it's around half for the lump sum, but that's before taxes. So I think it depends on the circumstance. In most circumstances, I think the lump sum is better, but there's also arguments for the annuity if you want a stable payment that's going to keep coming in for years and years and years. And even if it's very conservative and you're not making as much on interest, then there can be an argument for that. Watch every week from Vegas. Well, hello in Las Vegas. Hello in Vegas. Happy Friday from Los Angeles. Hello in LA. If you were to win the lottery again, which state would you move to? Which state, country / state would you move to? Post-hardcore guy. I love your name. If so, where would I? So when I win again, I will probably have a place in multiple countries. That's what will happen. Which ones? I don't know. It'll depend. Things are changing a lot in the world, as many of you know. So it'll depend on what the state of the world is, I guess. A lump sum for me. I've already planned out my financial strategy. Wish me luck. Live long and prosper. What is that? Star Trek? That is Spock. I think you're quoting Spock but yes, Snodgrass. I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comments. Lump sum for Snodgrass. I love that. I want you to win just so I can interview you and say that in the interview. You're the man, Tim. Keep going with the great videos for demo in London. Thanks for your support from London. Thank you so much. Lump sum gives you higher returns than the annuity, sort of prevents a sudden wealth syndrome. Annuity prevents sudden wealth syndrome, you're saying. Well, I think it depends on the person. For sure, sudden wealth syndrome is for me, I found that it's a real thing. And I see what you're saying, though. A lump sum, I think you'd be more apt to have sudden wealth syndrome, but I think you could theoretically get it from the annuity too, especially if you win a major, major jackpot. Hi, Tim. Have you interviewed anybody who has used the lottery attorney you had on your show before? Yes, I have. If you're younger and you know what you won't be able to control your spending, the annuity forces you not to overspend and be broke in 7 years. So that's one argument for the annuity. That's one argument, is that it's so conservative. It's so low for how much you get paid every single year compared to if you take the lump sum, but it's stable and it's there for year after year after year. And so the enticement that some people might feel to go out and make these huge purchases can be, dampened down a little bit. So I think it'd be easier, or is easier that way for sure, a little bit when it comes to that. But on the other hand, maybe if you have people helping you behind the scenes, you don't even need that. You can take the lump sum and make more money, but it depends. Are you trying to make more money, or are you trying to just make sure it's there? I guess it depends on your level of risk and that sort of thing. Does annuity continue to family members after you're gone to heaven? Oh, well, that's a question I've never gotten. That's a question that we have to get God on here. We're going to interview God, and I'll ask God this very question. Thank you. Right now, would you prefer 1 million or money for life? 1,000 per week. 1 million or money for life. So I think you're talking about the new millionaire game that's out there. If you win that, if I were to win that, would I prefer, I think this is what you're asking, 1 million or 1,000 or maybe just theoretically, take that game aside because you might not be asking about that game. So 1 million versus 1,000 a week for life. I'd have to do the math on that. But my inclination would be 1 million because, it seems like you could grow that a lot quicker than getting 1,000 per week for life. But that's what I would say. I don't know. That's a good question, though, for a financial advisor, I'd say. Is there a set for life lotto in the U.S.? And if so, can you get an option for lump sum, or do you only get the annuity? Set for life lotto. Well, there have been many games like Lucky for Life and that sort of thing. I've interviewed several people that have won games similar to that, or they've won games called Lucky for Life and that sort of thing. So that does exist. And with a lot of these games, that's what they're talking about with this annuity option in the United States. A lot of these games, even if it's not called that, you have the option of what's called an annuity where you get these payments, but it's not for life. The annuity, usually it's for a set number of payments. I think I will be surprised when I win. I have had too many lottery dreams, which has prepared me for the win. So here's someone, Wendy, who listens to her dreams. She believes in her dreams. What do you guys think of dreams and that sort of thing? Let me know in this live chat. Which games do you play if you play? And also, seriously, do you believe that things are just lucky in the sense that it's just happenstance, right place, right time? Do you believe that it's more than that it's spiritual, tied in with God, tied in with connection with quantum field, with the universe, not just with the lottery, but with anything in life? Or do you believe that it's all just random and things just happen that way? Because I've had so many dreams about things before they've happened in real life, which is one reason why I don't necessarily think that it's all random like that. But I respect anyone that does. It's an interesting conversation. But let me know your thoughts. I have had many dreams of me winning the lottery. I believe they are signs and it will happen. Great Bean podcast. I wish you good luck. In Canada, all lotteries are paid out in a lump sum unless specified. Canada. And Canada is tax-free, by the way, as well. Canada is tax-free. So dreams hold the key. Dreams hold the key that opens the door. Mario, thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Yeah, if you can dream it, then oftentimes it can happen in real life. And there's also, there's literal dreams, and then there's the metaphorical dreams. Like you can dream about something without having a physical dream about it. You can, if you have a goal, something that you want to achieve in life, something that you really are trying to make happen, whether you use the word manifestation or whether you don't, whether you believe in intuition or whether you don't. If there's something you want to achieve in your life and you put your energy towards it and you feel that you are this and you believe that you are this and you take action steps and then you're persistent and you don't just let someone else's opinion change what your opinion is, and you just keep trying and trying and trying and getting better and better and better. Dreams open the door to extraordinary things. Most of Europe is also tax-free. Well, that's, you have to love that when it comes to the lottery. We'll have to talk soon about my win. Well, I hope so. We have a microphone here waiting for you. In fact, we are going to start doing in-person interviews. So it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but that's going to start happening on this channel very, very soon. So watch for those, both in the studio and on location with other people's places. So watch for that. My husband woke me the other night screaming about our jackpot win. He dreams this every few months. Jackie Coate, wow, that's an incredible dream, and it sounds like it's so moving that that he starts screaming about it. I mean, that that if that happens, I definitely want to interview you and him if he's open to it. Intention is why we buy a ticket. The intention is the dream and the hope and belief, or we wouldn't buy the ticket. Peter Franks, 888. Peter, thank you for your comment. And think of visualization like sending a message to the subconscious. Images are language, but emotion is the volume. Without emotion, the message is barely heard. Great blessings. Thank you for being a member. Great blessings. So you're saying that the emotion involved in it is what matters. So visualizing is one thing, but the emotion, feeling that is what moves things, what makes things actually change. Being in that state, training yourself to be in that, to feel that before the event actually occurs or before you experience it. That's what you're saying. Thank you very much for your comment. Um, hello, Tim. I absolutely have had a feeling and had a dream and had dreamt of something big happening, actually happening. I had a feeling and have dreamt of something big happening, actually happening. So mystic medium reading. So this has happened to you. This has happened to you, it sounds like. So yeah. I realized the crows in my area. I realized the crows in my area going off early in the mornings, and I think that's quite unusual. Great blessings. So some people really do believe in. They listen to the signs like that. Some people are really into it. If you get into Native American culture and all kinds of it goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. But I certainly, if you believe in, like someone I'm just interviewing was really into, he won a lottery prize and he's really into clairvoyance or that sort of thing, telepathy, like these sort of things. He's really into that. And he believes that's why he won. And so he has said and believes that different animals as well can to communicate that way, that different messages. And I interviewed this renowned psychic too, not too long ago. That interview hasn't been published yet either, but this renowned psychic, and she was saying something similar, that you can get signs from different animals and that sort of thing, signs from even people that have crossed over. That's what she was telling me. But what do you guys think about that? I'm open-minded, but it's very, very interesting. And speaking of well, first of all, that's interesting about the crows, but speaking of psychic stuff, I want to pull this up real quick, because if you're not into this, that's completely fine with me, but I'm interested in it. And if you've ever wanted to talk to someone about your intuition or experiences, there is a Psychic Oz, which is an affiliate, a sponsor of this channel. We've put a link to them in the description if you want to check them out. They have a few minutes free for your first time and see if it feels right. But just so you know, this channel will receive a small commission if you use it, which goes to help support this channel at no extra cost to you. But yeah, so if you're into that, you can check that out. That's in the description. But I do want to get back to, oh, wait a second. Here's a psychic, Great Blessing 777, who's a psychic and also a member of this channel. Okay, welcome. Thanks for your comment. I once dreamed the winning numbers for the 2 million jackpot that very day, but I didn't play and I still regret it. So you dreamed the winning numbers for a 2 million jackpot, you did not play, and then those numbers, I assume, came up. So if that is the case, then I'm sure at the time that probably felt kind of heart, that probably didn't feel so good. But it's extraordinary that you did dream those numbers and then they came up, because every time I hear a story like this, it happens to people, like real people. I've met people that have done this, and you see these stories in media and it sounds like the stuff of sci-fi movies. It sounds really far-fetched. Or you could say, some people will say, oh, well, that's just a coincidence because so many people dream about lottery numbers. But is that really true? I've never dreamt about lottery number. Yes, I dreamt about the lottery and then won, but I just think if you really do look at the odds and that sort of thing, which I try not to listen to, but if you do, then what are the odds that you would dream about these specific numbers, play those specific numbers, and then those numbers come up? It's it's incredible, and it happens to people, and it's not just lottery numbers. It happens with all kinds of things, of course, in life, and it's interesting. Frequency and energy, I believe, tells the universe. But if you do play the lottery, play responsibly. I have to never spend more than you can afford to lose. I have to say that. And I'm not encouraging you to play. But frequency and energy, I believe, tells the universe what we want, good vibes. Thank you for your comment, Peter Franks. We are psychic. Neon the Dawn, thank you. Timing is everything. Right place, right time. So, yeah, I mean, timing is everything. And I've interviewed people that strongly, many people do believe that right place, right times. Many people that are even very spiritual people and that sort of thing believe that there are no accidents with a lot of stuff like this. What do you guys think about that? Nice to catch you live. My time to win the lottery jackpot is here. It is done. The Lotto Max winning ticket belongs to me. Rigo eats. Rigo, you play responsibly if you play, but I wish you good luck with the Lotto Max. That is tax-free, by the way. I'm manifesting a high five. Okay, right there. Well, right where? Here we are. Where's that? All right, right there. There's a high five for you, Neon. Thank you. I found a carat diamond ring on the ground. Attraction vibe. Wow. Well, have you guys ever, some people just tend to find things like that, find money and that sort of thing. If I were to find a diamond ring, first of all, I would try to figure out, is there any way to find out whose ring that was? Because they probably want it back unless they just got a divorce or something like that. But if there's no way to determine that, then I mean, yeah, I guess that could be good luck too, but I would first try to do that. But that's amazing. Some people just find money and that sort of thing. I dreamed 6 numbers, but only 2 were visible. They matched that day. Not sure why all 6 were not visible. I dreamed 6 numbers, but 2 were visible. Well, how did it feel when it happened to you? When you had that dream, how did that feel? That's what I would ask, because that's what really matters. If that happened to me and I dreamt 2 numbers, then I would think, I would think those numbers had significance and I would try to do something with those numbers. And then if there's supposed to be more numbers, I would kind of leave it up to this detachment, this belief, this faith in God or the universe, or this being connected to more than we are seemingly connected to, but not really. It's just more than we experience. So this faith, and leave it up to that. That's how I feel. You don't have to feel that way, but I think God gives people chances if we ask. I think God gives people chances if we ask. Peter Franks, thank you for your comment. A year ago, I dreamt I held 2 winning tickets in my hand. Alonza. That sounds extremely vivid. Thank you. I've been dreaming about lottery numbers for the last 3 to 4 years, and it's usually the same numbers or very similar ones, but I never seem to get it right. I get close though. James, thanks for your comment. You know, some people, I just read this story the other day of this person that won. It was decades after this person dreamt about these specific numbers, and then she won on those specific numbers. But the dream must have been so vivid, so believable, so moving to convince her to play those specific numbers for years and years and years and years. All the times that she played and didn't win, and she kept playing those numbers from a dream. I mean, there must have been something to that dream, I assume, that inspired her to do that. I found money always, even twice a day, gift cards plus random people in the street pay me to do stuff for them. Great blessings. 777. Some people are money magnets. Some people, money just tends to come to them, it seems like. And we were talking about luck earlier, lucky people. Lucky people feel lucky for a reason. It's not because bad things are happening to them. So, I mean, so this happens to some people. So, yeah, that's amazing. Thanks for your comment. A red-tailed hawk is also a sign, a red-tailed hawk. Well, that's interesting. I haven't heard that one before. That's interesting. Thank you. Also, I'm very curious. Has anyone tried remote viewing quantum physics to manifest winning, lottery, poker games, etc.? If so, please let me know. James. Well, James, I interviewed Sean McNamara once and maybe interviewing him again, but he has a really interesting story because he led this team of remote viewers. They were intentionally trying to remote view lottery numbers, and then they won this game called Pick Three in the U.S. state of Colorado. And so that's what we spoke to him about, and it was very, very interesting. But I know that some people are really into remote viewing and quantum physics, and to help them in life, not just with the lottery, but just in life. And those stories are very, very interesting for sure. And that's an understatement. I think it's fascinating. Look for anomalies and synchronicities. Anomalies and synchronicities. Raymond Knight looks like you're looking for the signs. I was homeless and I needed 8,000 to move in, and it was donated to me. Wow. Single parents guide. So someone, you needed the 8,000 to move in and someone donated that to you. That is yeah, it sounds like a blessing. I'm so happy for you. So thank you for sharing that. I don't care about the odds, therefore I don't look at them. The odds doesn't change. The fact that I have won. Perper Helen Hatzel, I selected it, projected it, expect it, and now waiting to collect it. Kenyatta. Play responsibly if you play. I love your energy. So you're referring to the contest queen, Helen Hatzel, who I interviewed a different contest queen, and who actually Helen Hatzel was sort of a mentor to her, Carolyn Willman, and she's also author of several books. But Carolyn Willman is also a contest. She's a contest queen. She wins all kinds of stuff, but she actually met Helen Hatzel. She went down to her house and has some of her items, and is very interesting. What Helen Hatzel taught is very interesting. Thank you for the feeling, inspiring the feeling. Have fun this week. I hope you have fun, Neon Don. Thank you for your support. This is a happy Friday, and we are just about out of time. Whenever I visualize, I imagine it was like a memory. I say everything in my sentences like I've already done it. I remember talking to my financial advisor when I won. So you're saying things in the past tense like it's already done. So that's interesting. A lot of people swear by that when it comes to trying to manifest something, or I don't even like saying trying to, but when you're creating something, you want to become something, you're saying it as if you're feeling it as if you already are this. And I think that's what you're getting at. But if you're talking about the lottery, always play responsibly and never spend more than you can afford to lose. I've secured a job before my reserve was liquidated. I believed I will in divine timing, and even with some doubt, it did happen. So midlife orchard, I've secured a job. So you secured a job before before you ran out of money. Am I reading that correctly? And you believed that divine timing even when you were in doubt. So you had doubt and you still believed in divine timing. And so I really respect this comment, because I mean, I feel the same way about certain things. And people get so caught up about the lottery and all this. There's lots of ways. Yes, it's possible to win the lottery. Yes, that happens to a lot of people I meet and interview. Yes, that's my life story. But there's lots and lots. There's like an infinity number of ways to become wealthy. And it I mean, not everyone, it's just the truth. And there's lots of ways. And there's lots of ways for things to come to you. And if you if you're not so, I think it seems to be the theme of today's live is the letting go a little bit, the detachment, the belief, the faith in being part of something greater and listening to your intuition and taking action steps, but not wanting to control. Not, I mean, of course, we want to control, but just letting go so that you're not controlling everything and having faith that it's still working out in the best way possible, that things are always working out in the best way possible, believing that, feeling that, living that way. I mean, try that. I think it makes a difference for a lot of people. But yeah, so I we do have to get going here, but I just want to wait a second. We can't get going because here's a $5 super extremely generous from Yeba Robinson, 9247. Yeba, thank you so much for your support for the generous super who says, hello, Tim. After you won, did you take some friends on a shopping spree? Also, did you ever have a fear of losing money? Those are both excellent questions, Yeber Robinson. Thank you so much. And some of you know that I've been finishing up a book that I've been working on for quite some time, but it's nearly complete. And part of that goes into, I mean, these two questions are definitely addressed in the book. And it's interesting, but yes, the first one, I did take people on a shopping spree, and we went to the Mall of America on this shopping spree because at the time it was new. And yeah, I mean, I felt like all of a sudden that I was, had this wardrobe like a celebrity or something because all of a sudden, well, first of all, almost every single day I wore this gas station smock, is what they called it, but this uniform, this gas station uniform almost every single day. And then all of a sudden to go to the mall with some friends to get all kinds of clothes and stuff for them and for me, and just to feel like I could pretty much, that there weren't limits like there used to be, was a really exciting time. Did you ever have a fear of losing money? A fear of losing money? Absolutely, because there's this sense out there that I had, well, from listening to other people, for that most lottery winners go broke, or there's dire things happen within, usually it's right around the first 5 years. I would hear anything from 70 to 80%, this general consensus that most people go broke within a very short period of time after winning the lottery. And this exists to this day. But the truth is that it's a myth. The truth is this does happen to some people. That is very, very true. But it doesn't happen to most major winners. It doesn't. There's no evidence to show that. It's happened to some people. It doesn't happen to most, though. And so, but before I knew that, I didn't even understand that that wasn't true until I started working on this book and doing more research into the facts and what the evidence, like what is actually happening. But other than my story and all the people I've met and interviewed, of course, most of those people have not experienced that. But I did feel a fear because it was very foreign, and I felt that I had to be very, very responsible. And of course, and I don't think that's a wrong way of thinking, to be responsible. I think you should be, whether you win 50,000, 50 million, 500 million. I feel that it also comes with responsibility. If you want to keep it, or you want to live a certain way, you should have goals. You should work with financial advisors and people that are experienced with doing that can help you. I've strongly, it's one of the best pieces of advice that I give to people. And so it was foreign. So it was kind of scary sometimes, but yeah, and that's one reason. Another reason why I'm certainly not a financial advisor, and I don't claim to give, and I'm not going to give financial advice to anybody. But for anybody that does win a major prize, if you want to talk about that, or talk about social changes, or how to deal with that, or how I dealt with that, or how some other people have that I've met, I'm more than happy to talk to other people, because I think it's important. But thank you very much for the extremely generous super, and for the excellent questions. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. Intuition is everything, says, I'm not going to, I don't know if I can pronounce that correctly, but intuition is everything. I love that. And I am ready to read your book, number one fan. Neon the Don. Neon the Don. You absolutely are a number one fan. Thank you so much for your comment and for your support. And so wherever you guys are watching from around the world, thank you guys so much for being here in this live. If you're lucky enough to be here, thanks for your support. There's so many interviews coming soon with, of course, lottery winners, but also all kinds of people into a lot of things we're talking about today. Intuition, manifestation, what happens before major life changes, before the breakthrough, before coming across millions, before being a celebrity? What happens before? What was going through their mind? How did they make this happen? How did, these types of questions? We explore these things on this channel, and I am passionate about it. And it's so interesting. But I greatly appreciate your support wherever you are around the world. So blessings to you. And I wish you good luck in life, and if you play, but play responsibly if you do. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. We'll see you guys soon.